10 reasons why you should move to Portugal. Portugal is quickly becoming one of Europe's relocation destinations. This small, beautiful country, with a climate similar to Mediterranean countries, is actually quite affordable for being located in Western Europe. If you're sick of the political unrest in America, or the despicable healthcare system, or the toxic grind-set work life, then you may be considering a move abroad. In this video, we are going to go over the top 10 reasons why you should move to Portugal. Let's get right into it. Number 1. Affordable state healthcare. Europe has long been known for its state healthcare, and Portugal is no different. When you become a resident, you'll have access to good quality healthcare anywhere in the country, and it won't cost you an arm and a leg either. Also, if you're at all worried about the recent decision to overturn Roe v. Wade, you'll be happy to know that Portugal made abortions legal in 2007 and has never looked back. This makes being a woman much safer here in Portugal. Number 2. Low gun crime. Are you sick of hearing about mass shootings every single day in America? You won't have to worry about that here. Although Portugal does have pretty lax gun control laws compared to the rest of the EU, gun crime is still extremely low here. Number 3. Safer food. The European Union and its regulations have led to quite higher standards of food quality in Europe, way better than that of the United States. The stricter sanitary conditions and animal welfare standards are obviously paying off huge dividends, as the cleaner and more organic food leads to less disease and obesity. The US, on the other hand, uses chemical washes such as chlorine, growth hormones in animal feed, genetically modified foods that aren't labeled, and pesticides that are banned in the EU. That means no chlorinated chicken or high fructose corn syrup here in Portugal. Number 4. It's easy to become a resident. First off, all US citizens can access the country without a visa for up to 90 days as tourists. There are also multiple ways of becoming a long-term resident. The first is the D7 visa, a popular choice for retirees, and the second is the digital nomad visa. The most important part of obtaining this visa is providing proof of income. Number 5. It's very safe. When you think of the safest countries in the world, Portugal should be at the tip of your tongue. It's constantly been ranked in the top 10 out of 163 countries for their levels of peacefulness. The factors that are taken into account for this list are violent deaths, terrorist acts, nuclear capability, conditions of peace, social security, internal conflicts, and international relations. For some contrast, the United States ranks 126th on the same list. Number 6. It's very tolerant and progressive. Although its roots are deeply embedded in the conservative Catholic heritage, the country has developed into a progressive and accepting place. As an LGBTQ foreigner, you're highly unlikely to experience any form of homophobic violence. People are more likely to just accept you with a relaxed indifference, considering that it's none of their business anyway. Number 7. The Amazing Cuisine. Portuguese food is rustic and hearty. With fresh ingredients, spices, and vegetables sewn into each dish, you're sure to fall in love with the cuisine here. It shouldn't surprise you that they rely heavily on fresh seafood and rice in many of their dishes. But who could be upset with that? Dishes like tripas, cozido, and arroz de carabojo are some of the country's most popular meals. Number 8. The wine. There are two kinds of wines that primarily come from Portugal. The first is the dry white wines that come from the Vinho Verde region. The other is the sweet port wine, which happens to be one of the country's national treasures. There are vineyards upon vineyards and wineries to explore here in Portugal. Just be sure to keep in mind that port is much sweeter than any regular booze, and it is fortified so that hangover can get scary. Number 9. The weather. Although Portugal is an Atlantic country, the climate is more similar to a Mediterranean country. It actually receives more days of sunlight per year than California and has plenty of beaches to soak up all that sun on. Winters here are very moderate, making this a perfect place for those that don't love the cold or just can't get enough of the outdoors. Number 10. English is widely spoken here. One of the biggest obstacles for digital nomads and expats is the language barrier. Completing daily tasks like grocery shopping or public transportation is made much easier with good communication. Not to worry, in Portugal, many of the residents speak fluent English, especially in the bigger cities, so you won't have to worry about getting ripped off while shopping or taking taxis. Portugal has long been lauded as one of the top places for digital expats to retire and has steadily become a popular relocation destination for digital nomads. It's no surprise either, as there are so many great reasons to move to this wonderful country. We hope you enjoyed this video and it made your decision of moving to Portugal a little bit easier. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on more amazing content like this.